but apart from that, not in other dances. And that is this thing about being in front of the music, of not being able to be lying at the right moment through the music, of pushing the music towards the front. And this has been quite an enigma, if you like, to me. Why is this? Why are they out of time in jive and not in cha-cha? What is this? And so the timing of the chassis has become quite important. And I have two versions, and it's really, again, it's up to you which one you think is nice and which one is not nice. I tend to change a little bit between the two according to what couple I have in front to see where I feel they are right now. One is the normal, if you like, I think more normal certainly, with a 3/4, 1/4 timing. And when you have that one, you would place the foot on the 3/4 timing, on one straighten and one knee bend. So you'd have taka-ti, ta. You would go to here. Then you would catch it on the way on the 1/4 timing, chipa. And you would use now the full speed to swing up through this side here, and you would replace the foot, ya, tika. And you would again swing up, yaga, tikaga, tiyaga, tikaga, tiyaga, tikaga, tiyaga, tika. And you would have at the same time as the 3/4, 1/4, 3/4, 1/4, 3/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1. You would have a pendulum swing through the hips in the same way as we have done in the rumba walk and the cha-cha walk. And this one is, I think, is nice. I think it looks like jive. Of course, in some places you could also use something completely different. If you had a more swinging type of figure, you could maybe use half one, and then you would have a much more da-dee-da, da-dee-da. You would have a much more of a running feeling towards it. But if you are sort of into normal jive, the 1/4, 1 would be very recognizable with the pendulum swing. You could also try, and this is what I've experimented with actually a couple of years back, maybe even more, 3 or 4 years back, where instead of having a 3/4, 1/4, to have more of a triola timing, more of a triple timing to it. So you would use the first 2/3 on the first, so you would have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you would split each beat like a batucata, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You would have that kind of timing, but in the jive. So you would have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that gives a more gentle feel towards the middle step. So if I danced it in both ways, on the second one I would have yaga tikaga ti yada tikaga ti gadang yaga tikaga ti yada tikaga ti dung dung yada tika yada tika, and I would get this kind of loop as I'm doing the chassis. This yaga yaga ti yada tika. I would get that kind of feel. On the other one, on the other one, I would have zang, dang, ya, tika, dum, boom, ya, tika, ti, ya, tika. It would be a completely different thing. The reason why I started this idea of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 was a little bit that, again, I remember Wally sort of saying to us, okay, stand with your feet closed, I'll put jive music on, move to the music, but don't take any steps. So the music ba-da-da-da-da, was running away, and we had to move without taking steps. So we would do da-da-da-da-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee-dum-bum, ba-dee-dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee-dum-bum. So we would have ba-dee-da-dee-dee, da-dee-da-dee-boom, boom. So there would be a little lowering on the first beat and a stronger one through the second beat. Because you wouldn't do da-dee-da-da-dee, da-dee-da-da-dee. You wouldn't do that if you were a dancer, for sure. Then you would be a gymnast. Yeah? So therefore, there would be da di da ti da da. You would get the da 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 ti ba, da 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 ti ba, da 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 ti ba, da 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 ti ba. You would mirror that into your chassis. And with the other one, of course, if you do the 3/4 one on the pendulum swing, you would have da, but from this one you would continue down, da da. So it's a completely different action, actually, that you end up with in the end. And I think, for sure, it's a different type of musicality that you will achieve. I think you have tried both, Peter and Chris, right? And you are kind of, it's okay. Well, I'm just pleased it's not down and dirty, that's all. No, we were talking about the timing on the chassis. And you've tried and experimented with both, right? And you are at the moment opting for the Zagatikara, the triola one. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe you want a microphone. You're lovely. You didn't know you were getting into the lecture, did you?
I just want... Hello? Yes. I just wanted to say that we have had this complex about the competitiveness about the jive, and what Lene says, that we had this triole rhythm, but somehow we lacked the impact of competition when we then danced this and somebody else was pumping like crazy. So we try to find and adapt to a certain action that is somewhere in between that. So because it's a triole rhythm, we are still quite direct and accelerating in the beginning. So we have zook to wook to zook to zook. So there is a nearly like a sharpness to it. Instead of that, we let go into this 3 rhythm. But we don't say stop and go and do this feat. And we have had quite good success with that lately. So Jive is apparently our best dance by the time, so that's quite interesting.
And that's a change as well, isn't it?
That is a big change.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know if you noticed as well when Peter was just counting it now for himself, he would say yagati, 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 yagati. He's counting 6 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I think that from da-da, tika, ya, tika. But I still think that if you were even dancing that timing, I think that a lot of people would still count. Yagati, bagati, gagati, gagati. They would still say that, but they would maybe not be aware that they were dancing something different. And this is where I think the confusion sets in, that the awareness of another possibility of how to time the chassis has not been clear enough. Most people have done the 3/4 one or half-half, have had the option between those two. So that is basically, on the chassis. Of course, the normal things that I'm sure you are aware of, when you go into the chassis, you straighten the knee as you receive the weight into the foot, you place it, and when you place it here, you place it inside your own shoulder line. So the shoulder line will drop down on the outside. And from this one here, we will continue. The last step you place outside in order that you're now going to change your direction. I'm sure this is quite clear for you. And of course, from this one, the second step, however you do it, is compressed the same way. The third step, you hit down and you straighten up through the knee. I don't think there's anything widely strange about that. On the back replace is also, it's actually, I think, perhaps not, I don't know, perhaps not as confusing as when I danced, which is a lot of years ago now. But I have actually been through having to dance a back replace in Jive the same way as in rumba. So So we were told back replace, da 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 da, and we were completely stuck. We couldn't go anywhere. And I think it's kind of been put to rest. I'm not sure that anybody actually tries that anymore, unless they are, I don't know, particularly one piece. Maybe that it happens, then I don't know. But I think most people accept a degree of merengue action or on contra hip action, as it's described in the book, a degree on it. And the reason why I say degree is that it's not that you actually have to dig yourself down into great big bent knees. You can still keep the knees relatively high, so it doesn't go into this kind of thing, but still going through from a flex knee to a straighten knee, and so on. Flex knee, straighten, flex knee, straighten. Yaga, ti, yaga, ti, yaga, ti, yaga, ti, yum, to yum, ti. And the time that we need to use is on the 2 and 4, basically. So if the music is very fast, if the music is very slow, basically it is the decision when you leave this place into and the same leaving this place into. That's where the attention needs to be in terms of not getting in front of the music. Yips. What else do I want to talk to you about in Jive, I wonder? I just take my thing. Yeah. Oh, yes, of course. I forgot the kicks. That was convenient for me, wasn't it? Fancy forgetting the kicks in Jive. Okay. So, because of course, instead of doing the back replace, it would also be possible to do it as a kickball change. And with this, I think, now I become very Danish and German as well, I think, because there's 5 positions and you have to pass through the 5 positions when you do the kickball change. And they are, when you start it, there's a small skip back through the standing foot. So you'd have then you'd have the kick, 1, you'll have the retraction, and then you'd have the ball change. So you would have 1 and 2. Daga da dang, daga da da, ti yaga tika, ti yaga, tika. And that's difficult. This I know from experience because I've tried it with the kids, and it's very, very hard to get it coordinated. Again, if I try and dance it both ways for you. Most people, when they come, if I don't do the daga tikang thing, then you have saga ta dam, kick ball change, dum bada, yaga ta gang, kick ball change, dum boom 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 boom, kick ball change. Or you would have yaga ta gang, ti yaga ti gang, digiti boom, ti yaga ti boom, digiti boom, ti yaga ti boom. So you could keep the same thing as we just spoke about in terms of the music. You will keep that going even when you're dancing the kickball change. And this is when they don't yaga ta gang. When that doesn't happen, and it's just the leg that starts to kick, the whole thing stops. And it becomes, in my eyes, quite unrhythmic. When you're making the kicks, it needs to be quite a swift, I actually call it flick, because it needs to be quite a fast thing happening from the knee, and preferably so fast that it retracts immediately again, so you're able to have the leg ready to continue with the ball change afterwards. Yes. There was one thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I just wanted to mention as well with regards to the standing leg. From this one here, when you flick it, when you skip back, so you have skip, there's a rise in the leg. When you're making the flick, it comes also from the standing leg. Zaga, and then tika. So it is both the flicking leg and the standing leg that needs to work in coordination, if you like. Yeah. Oh yeah, now I know what I wanted to say. Yeah, because this is another, if you like, enigma, a little bit, I think, for people in Jive. Because we want it to look light, but in a good way, light. Because we don't want it to look like it's going to hit the chandeliers or the ceiling. It needs to look light in terms of moving easily, but not in terms of not being grounded. I think in Jive, you need to be as grounded as in any other dance. So it is not, it's not working up here in the air. You have to find a way of all the time using the down feeling, that diggity boom, that diggity boom. All the time getting that going, also as you're dancing. So it needs to be that the body is relaxed, if light enough, that it can actually release down towards the floor as you're dancing it. And that is the thing for the couples. If Peter and Christina had danced Jive maybe yesterday, or a couple, it doesn't matter. One thing you can say to them is, okay, be heavy. And let's see what that is, because for them that would probably sound stupid. But to see what happens if you're heavy. Now be light. And I think that I think most people will feel that by being light, they feel slightly stupid. They actually feel silly. Whereas being heavy will make them feel a lot better. But feeling heavy, you could say be heavy and alert. Heavy and ready. Of course, because you're not just heavy and you can't move anywhere. Yeah. I think the last thing that I just want to mention in this one here is the rhythm through the body. Of course, there's a hip action when you dance the Jive. But I think the visual reaction through the body lies a lot higher. I think it's actually right up here, and it's even to the extent that I will say the shoulders. So from that, I mean, of course, we're dancing the hips, but if this is being held, and I don't allow, I see you get the legs going, hang on, and I don't allow any reaction through this, it will look, just like I said, it will look held. It will look like I'm holding part of the body. If this part here is relaxed, that it can react to what the legs are doing, that is where I think it will be seen. It's coming from this part here. It's not that I want to do it through the hips. Again, that becomes very still. I know that this is dangerous, because you will see all the couples, they will be off and they will have the shoulders jumping everywhere. Of course, this is not it, so when I talk to the couples, I don't say shoulders or anything, but I say try to relax this part here as much as you possibly can. Release it, relax it, of course hold it from the core, hold it from the center of your body here, but this part here, free it up. And then hope that they will start getting a sense. You know, for example, as well, if you do the drunken sailor, that you can do if you want to make it more drunken, if you like. But if you want to keep more of the normal chassis rhythm, then try to relax it. Is it time for you to get up? Yes, Evelyn. Yes. If I'm sort of very dramatic, Evelyn, which I am sometimes, I would say I would never use a lock in Jive. I can't think of anywhere, because basically in Jive, I think it's a matter in terms of the top part of the body that you are using a rotation to one side and a rotation to the other as much as you can. Sorry, Peter, can I borrow you? So, you know the one where the lady is coming from one side and having to run past the man, for example. She would have boom, boom, then she would go on to her run, saga, ta, pam. From this one here, I would like for her to continue. She is now on a turn to her left. I would like her to continue the maximum turn through to the left to be able to start turning back again into her back basic. So therefore, if, for example, in this one, if I did a lock, zagata gang, yagati gang, I will stop that rotation. And that would be the reason why a lock step will stop rotation. And I think that there should always be a rotation. And it's funny, actually, because we spoke about this last night, didn't we? Because we were saying that, sorry, Peter, we were saying that there are, in the same way as in the cha-cha, There are many different ways to dance a chassé in terms of foot positioning. So instead of the side chassé, it could be the one we just said about the drunken sailor. It could also be back close forward if you want to turn. There could be many different ways. So for example, in this one here, depending on if I turned it here, it would probably be, it would either be back, replace, and come back, or it would be close, forward, turn. I don't know. It doesn't matter in a way. It doesn't matter which one, whatever they can get hold of. I think it's still nice that they're aware which one they're doing. I've tried with one couple. I tried the one boom, boom, zaga, ta, kang, and then I tried to get her to cross behind. Every time she did, she smashed into the man. So that didn't work. So then it got to a close and a forward thing. So it depends a little bit also on what step the man is doing. In general, I would say I wouldn't use a lock step, really. A normal change of place, if we came to a boom, boom, I would be on a side chassé here. And in this one here, a little bit depending as well. Of course, I could continue and just dance another side chassé. But I could also take it into more of a drunken sailor thing. Da, da, yaga, ta, gang, yaga, ta, boom. Yeah, overturn and overturn it. Or if I wanted to overturn more, Martin, yes. Chicken walk. Who said chicken walk? Sang, sang. Yaga, ta, gang. I would use the same one. Yaga, ta, bam. Then it would be more into a volta. Yeah, so I could continue still to get the maximum turn before I start. Yeah, so it would always, I think, be something else than a lock step. Yeah. Yes. What is that? Drunken sailor öffnet. Aha, ha, ha, ha. It's this one. Yeah. This one. Here it is.
I have heard that name also.
Potpourri. I thought it's what you... Potpourri. What's it called? Potpourri? Potpourri. Wow. I thought it was... So we have saga, sa, zang, zam, bam, saga, sa, gang. Is it this one with it? Something like this? Yes. I thought, you know, potpourri is what you smell. You know, with the perfume on. I thought, what is that? Yes. I think about it, of course, when you cross behind, you start unwinding, and then you go into a check because you need to turn afterwards, yeah? And the degree of turn, if you like, through it, I think of it as being very gradual. So it's not that we say yata, bah, this way, and it's also not yata, boom, and nothing has happened. So we would have it from here to here, and then we would open up to here. But from this one here, we would use more as we wanted to use it into the turn to be able to get around. So the speed is very, very late in my eyes. So the speed is not here at the front, it's not as we hit into it, it's after we've hit into it. So we have yaga, ta, yaga, tip, boom, chung. Yaga, ta, yeah, whatever, yes, boom, boom. You're doing well, Peter.
Okay. I saw it many times in the competition that the people, the couples close the feet in the simple spin action.
So when they come from this one to here?
Yes, I think it's not comfortable because of the balance, but it's... Sorry. But it's for you, it's not closing.
I think it could be both. Close the feet or not close the feet in a simple spin. Coming from this one here, we could go towards this foot here, turn from the top, and close the feet. If we want to close the feet, we have to think paso doble. We have to think...
I don't like this, but...
Pardon?
I don't like this.
Okay.
Closing the feet, but I see it many times.
I think it's difficult to close. It's a lot easier not to close, that's for sure.
I think that's no volume.
No.
Okay.
Then if you close the feet, it needs to be something more that is related towards the turn into coming back. You know, you could make it into something if you wanted to. But as a general thing, I wouldn't close my feet because it's too difficult.
I think if you close, you continue with another movement.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You mean, Martin, then from boom to boom, 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 we wouldn't continue with another one over here?
Yeah, exactly.
No. If we were to continue with another one, I would for sure keep it open to continue it on this side. Yeah. As Peter is up now, maybe I will just... Thank you, Martina. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it, Peter. No, actually, in the last 5 minutes, we have a little kick routine that we used to. I'm looking at Peter because we have classes for the amateurs or I do classes for the amateurs in Denmark. And of course, when Peter and Christina were amateurs, they used to be in them, but now they're a bit busy. So it's a couple of years ago, so you don't remember it, but I remember. It will come back to you. Okay. Just come up, just to finish. Just come up and just try this. As I said, as usual, we're a little bit sort of out of time because I would have liked to have tried the kickball change and so on with you, but you have to try it for yourself. But this little combination is purely on kicks, and it is to practice the alertness of the kick, the picking up again, and the usage of the standing leg from the jiggy down. That is the standing leg that puts back down the free leg and so on. It's to practice all of these things. And then at the same time, it happens that we've used it to practice stamina as well with the couples, because to put a jive and they kick a jive like that and they die. So it's quite handy up towards Blackpool and so on that you can get them going. So basically, we start and we do 3 kicks. So we have kick and place, kick and place, kick and place, and then we do a kick ball change and kick and ball change. Yeah? Try that. And kick, place, kick, place, kick, place, kick and ball change. Yeah. Then 2 more kicks. Kick, place, 2 kicks, double kick and change. Yeah. We try that from the beginning. And kick, place, kick, place, and kick and ball change. Kick, place, kick, 2 kicks, 2 kicks and change. From here we change and we go and kick, drunken sailor, kick, drunken sailor, drunken sailor, drunken sailor, walk, finish. So it's not so long. Just come a little bit more forward so you don't hit into Martina in the middle in a minute. Just come more closer to me. Good. One more time, and kick, close, kick, place, kick ball change, kick again, kick and kick, 2 kicks, 2 kicks and change, and kick, drunken sailor, kick, drunken sailor again and again, down 4 walks, walk, stop. And now we are now ready to start, but on the other foot. Just to confuse you. Of course, in the beginning, with the couples, I don't do that. I do walk, tap. So I can start with the same foot again. That's the one we will do. Yes, that's the one. Okay, we try one more. Left foot, and kick, kick ball change, kick and ball change, kick again, kick, and kick, 2 kicks, 2 kicks and change, and kick, drunken sailor, kick, drunken sailor, walk, tap, kick and kick and ball change, kick and kick, 2 kicks, 2 kicks and change, and kick, back, replace, kick, back, 2 back, replace, back, and walk, tap, now, kick, and kick and ball change. Kick and kick, 2 kicks, 2 kicks and change. And kick, back, replace, kick, back, replace, back, replace, back, replace, walk, tap. How's it going, okay? Opus 1. Peter, have you Opus 1? Yeah? Ready, left, and 5, 6, 7, and kick, ball change, kick, 2 kicks, and kick, no shoes, back, and walk, tap, and kick, ball change, and 2, change, and kick, walk, and kick, ball change, 2 kicks, change, go diamond ring, he missing, I said, walk, gas time, cufflinks, stick, when he steps out, he's gonna do it, and kick, running just as fast as they can, 'cause every girl's crazy about sharp breath man. Okay, nah, you see, you're lucky you have an older teacher because I get tired before you, so I won't push you too hard.
You don't look tired.
I think I need some oxygen. No. I think this is it. I can see it on your face, Martina.
Because next is waiting.
Martina and Kai, thank you so much for asking me again. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed seeing some of all the old friends again too. And good luck with the rest of the camp and with the rest of the year, and a Merry Christmas too.
And thank you very much, Lene, for you that you were coming again to us, because we love to hear everything what you know about dancing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.